Welcome to Project Die Hard Mission Monday Update. We come to you live every Monday at the same time, 5:30, not 5:30. I was just talking to our friend in a different time zone. It's 6:30 Central. We are in Central time zone, and we're always here at 6:30 p.m. Central because we need to tell you what's going on, because there's on. And that's part of what we do. There's no secrets here. We want to make sure everybody who is following and knowing what's going on really is knowing what's going on, because that's how this works. That's how we grow together. That's how we succeed. And you know what? I've got the one and only Brian Gibson in the wings here, ready to come on in and join the conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Brian in. How you doing today?
Well, we had our meeting this morning and my mood hasn't changed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Okay, so logo. Where's the logo here? I'm gonna pop that up in the corner for a moment because the significant part of that, you see that number 22 on there? That is oh, you got it on your sleeve too. So big underestimation of what we're here for. The number of lives we lose on a daily basis is, it's ridiculous. It's unacceptable. It's all the things. And
okay, look, folks, 22. That's a marketing number.
Yeah.
That number came out years ago. We are so far past that number every freaking day. Every day we're past that number. I want to say 9 o'clock in the morning, we've blown past that number.
Yeah.
That's how important this mission is. It is. When I sat there with the 45 in my mouth, and God saved my life, what is there so hard to understand here, folks? Do you see me pouting? Oh, look what I have done. Ever?
No. Quite the opposite.
I don't. All glory goes to God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if it upsets you that you're not going to come to Project Die Hard to get rich or famous. It's not going to happen.
That is so not the purpose of here. Much higher purpose.
And yeah, I have discussions all week long, folks. And if you're building your kingdom instead of God's, I don't want you around here. This all goes to bringing hope to veterans by providing them with a place where veterans and the community can come together and save each other's lives. Speaking of that, I think somebody hopped in the back door, and let's bring him in, because when I share my screen, I'm going to let him talk about this slide.
Excellent. Well, on
Mark,
the
are you ready?
Mark Balin joining us. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Oh, we are in the dark.
I'm good. I just had to, but the Lord, you tell people not to deliver something, they still do it. Isn't that wrong? I told the water company I have 20 bottles of water. I don't need it. And I told them I refuse delivery, and they still delivered it. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. So Sorry, I came outside because I just got back from I just came back from a big event that I just lined up some great people for you to meet when you come to Arizona.
Well, hold on. I'm going to bring up this slide, and I'm going to let you brief this slide, brother.
Okay. Slippity slide. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look
That's
at
pretty. That's pretty.
So talk about it,
pretty.
brother.
That's pretty. Okay, so here's how it works. So we're gonna have this amazing event on March 8th here in Arizona. All right, it's gonna be a beautiful day, of course, because it's Arizona, and it's on March 8th, and it's at a place called Dink, D-I-N-K, and Dine, D-I-N-E. And it's a 75,000 square foot pickleball arena with about 20 courts and private rooms and private discs and amazing food, tremendous foods, couple of bars, everything available inside, outside, massive stage, everything you want and you need for an event. Incredible people. Casey, Ken, the owner, Casey, the manager, are just tremendous people helping out so much. This is where Easy Way Arizona USA is going to be. And then this event, we have some heavy hitters coming. First of all, we have the amazing 25-year combat veteran, medic of the year, Mr. Brian Gibson, Sergeant, who represents Project Die Hard, whose only goal in life and only mission is between God and the people that wanted, the veterans who are contemplating suicide. And his only mission is to stop that nonsense. We don't want anybody dying on our watch. And then we have Sue Roscoff and then her husband, Kurt, that the beacon of light and what they bring to the table and how many they help the disabled and the veterans and everybody else. So we have a lot of people in this room right now that care about people, and that's all we do is care. So this event, we're bringing in some people like Ernest Cartwright, Tommy Ranger. We're bringing in people like, oh my God, Thomas Long is coming in, a big part of the family. We have Colonel Reed coming in. We have the Stinson brothers. We have Pickleball Podcast gentlemen coming in. We have, I'm bringing in, I just met a gentleman named Jeff Ayres. Jeff, Jeffayres, 6'10" basketball player out of California who went to ASU, just got into HOF 25 at the Hall of Fame. And he played ball. He was a 2014 NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs. And after he got out of his NBA, he traveled all over the world playing basketball and went through a lot of trials and tribulations with the family and his kids and stuff like that, traveling 10 months a year to try to support his family. And the daughter goes, "Daddy, where are you?" And he's trying to support his family. And he had to go overseas to do it. And it's not an easy accomplishment. And, he went through that, that mental awareness stuff, and, it messed with his head. And I just met another person named Lawrence Taylor Jr., great name, right? Lawrence Taylor, number 56, but not related. But he also was a basketball player. He played for the Seattle Supersonics back in the day. And now he's a basketball coach and helping kids play basketball. And then we have a gentleman named Christopher Nelson, who played for the Oakland A's, and he's opening a $385 million baseball academy in Buckeye, Arizona. We have AC Caswell, who runs $1 Million Mingle. I just was with two gentlemen, incredible gentlemen. We have Fast Eddie Standage and Knapp, two ASU legends. They graduated high school back in the 40s. Incredible relationship, helped build Arizona, helped build ASU sports. Back when they won when the ASU went undefeated one year, and the school didn't have any money, they bought the rings for the players and made them cry. I was with just some amazing gentlemen that were just now. Ethan Anderson, whose family comes to the Universal Peace Federation, who's part of that, and then we have DC Eastman, who's the second best trader in the world. The best is AI, but he created it. And we have tremendous people coming to this event.
Yep. It's going to be a great event. But in fact, I think we got somebody in the wings,
Let me go ahead.
Who showed up?
We've got Len on here right now.
All right, Lynn.
Do you want to go ahead and give a good introduction here for him? I'm going to bring him on screen.
80 inches of magic. About 80 inches of magic. And Lynn, I just met Lynn recently at the pickleball event and for the Super Bowl event, and I got introduced in by Derek Bowles, Unstoppables, and GP Lasers, and that they're going on tour and they're going to be on the Mark TV. And Lynn Lynn is amazing. He played ball at University of Kentucky and Western Kentucky Hilltoppers with Kyle Macy and Rex Chapman and Mr. Kentucky's. And he happens to live in a little town about 20 miles from the facility. All right. He's a Kentucky guy. He grew up, he was born and bred in Kentucky, and he played for both Western Kentucky and Kentucky. And he was also, the reason I introduced him, Brian, he's a 20-year EOD specialist in the military army. So him and Brian are brothers in arms and brothers from another mother. So, Mr. Lynn Taylor, welcome to everything.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Go ahead, people. Go ahead, Sue. Do your best.
Well, Len,
It's all you, girl.
You want to come on in and give us a little bit more of your background? I'm excited to have a chance to meet you. I know I've heard a bit about you, and so glad to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Yeah, I spent the majority of my life in Eastern Kentucky in the coal mines, where you either race horses or work in the coal mines, play basketball. I was fortunate enough to be 6'8" and could handle the ball like a guard, and sports my way out. But then later on, I joined the military, and I'm a 20-year Army Ranger, and it's been a wonderful experience. I've met some wonderful people. Now I work with a lot of veterans groups. We have a 501c3 Fairways for Freedom. We do golf tournaments throughout the valley, and that's getting ready to pick back up. And I'm also a 5.0 pickleball player, so I'm really excited about this pickleball thing.
Excellent. That is coming in all directions. I've been hearing so much more and more about pickleball. So I think you've got your eye in the right spot there. But
Yeah, I think so.
With the golf,
All athletes like himself are the best in the world. Rick Barry, who was a legend in the NBA, 1975 NBA champ with the Golden State Warriors, the man who threw the ball underhand to make free throws, he's coming with his sons. And Rick is 81 years old and a top pickleball player in the world. So, yeah, people like him. I saw a guy the other day, this Asian gentleman, and man, he looked like Simu Liu. And boy, that boy could hit the ball, man. Oh my God. I was walking past the fence and I heard smash, and he hit it hard. And I was like, damn. And these are little plastic balls, like wiffle balls. They're using wiffle balls. If you grew up in the streets and, you grew up in the back east or anywhere else, it's just wiffle ball that they're using.
excellent. So, well, okay, you've got you said the golf piece, the nonprofit that you've started with that. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, what we do is we take a wounded warrior, a veteran, and pair them with a foursome. So you have to interact with the veteran. Now, some of them, are missing limbs or can't play, but just the correspondence between the groups, you find out they'll make friendships for life. And it's been really good. Everyone that I've done, I've sold out, and I'm wanting to expand that into other avenues.
Well, again, brother, that's basically what our facilities are for. It is to build those lifelong relationships, to let our brothers and sisters know and that it's okay not to be okay.
Yep, absolutely. I've been there. I've been at the point where I didn't think I could take it anymore. And just that one person that steps up and shows you that you do matter, it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. I apologize. I get emotional every time I talk about that because I don't feel that I'm supposed to be here, so every day is a blessing. And finding God and going to church and interacting with really good, loving people has changed my life.
Agreed, brother. Look, I know I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
It's only by God's grace that I am.
Absolutely. Amen. Well, I found it that it was to explain to people how what goes on in the darkness, and I told somebody the other day I did a fast, and I've never done that before. And the third day, and this will tell you why I'm from Kentucky. The third day, I went to the top of one of our big mountains here, Piestewa Peak, and I had lunch with Christ, and I had a bologna sandwich. That Billy in me that will never leave.
I love it.
And you wonder why, Brian. I told you I'm introducing you to your new bestie. I told Brian, I said I met your new bestie.
Yeah.
Again, fried bologna sandwich can't be beat.
Can't be beat. No.
Cannot be beat.
Oh my God! I introduced Brian to his new bestie.
So that and smoked bologna.
Tell him where you're coming. Tell Brian. Tell Lynn where you're going to be on March 8th and 7th.
I'm going to be in Napa or Napier, or I'm going to be out
Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa, Arizona.
Riverview. Yes.
At the
Dinky
pickleball
guy.
event.
He's driving up from Kentucky.
Well, that'll be a great.
He gets good mileage because he uses moonshine.
That's awesome.
Instead of distilled, he uses still. Oh my God.
So with what you're all doing now with pickleball, how is that all factoring in? Is there any crossover into what you've done with the golf piece? How are you factoring that all in and bringing it in?
Well, I'm actually right now. I'm at the beginning stage of it. I've just found it being an ex-tennis. I played a lot of tennis, so the transition to pickleball was pretty easy. But I've met so many wonderful people. I will tell you this I played football, baseball, track and field, every sport you can imagine, but I've never met the cordialness of people that play pickleball. And maybe because you can be 75 years old and out of shape and still be able to play. It's the strangest sport I've ever seen, but everybody's nice. That's what I love about it.
And they're creating pickleball. I got a guy who's creating pickleball golf.
Oh, wow. Count me in.
I figured that.
Wait. Pickleball golf.
But I'm wanting to look into doing some tournaments and getting the veterans involved somehow. So.
Well, the guy that manages the venue's Navy.
Yeah.
Casey.
Yeah.
So that would be easy.
Again, folks, look, everybody wants to know why Southern Illinois? Why is our first facility in Southern Illinois? God gave us the facility. I don't know how to put this nicely, but you didn't.
How many years ago was it?
In 2020.
In 2020. So this land and building was donated to the mission. So that's where it begins.
That's where it begins. Here's my thing on that, bro. I don't take shortcuts. I do not take shortcuts. Only the best will do for my brothers and sisters. 12 single veterans and 2 veterans with their families goes into that facility. Not 30, 40 veterans because we're not here for profits off them. We are here to help them. That's why we do not take government money. I don't need that red tape. I don't. I was in a telephone call today. We have this big event happening May 23rd in Murfreesboro, Illinois. God bless Southpaw Bar and Grill for giving us that venue. How hard is it to understand? I'm inviting you to come set up a booth to help veterans. And all I'm asking in return is that you tell everybody that you're involved with that event.
I met a gentleman today. His name was Lawrence Taylor Jr. He's an ex-basketball player, played for the Seattle Supersonics back, he's in his 50s now, but he played for Seattle back in the day. His name was Lawrence Taylor Jr. And he said that he was a vet and part of the Millionaire Vet. Does that ring a bell?
I know
the Million Vet? The Million Vet thing?
No, I know his name because I grew up in Seattle. I graduated high school there. I remember watching him on the court.
Wow.
He played back in the day with guys like I'm trying to think, like probably in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
So, like Death Shrimp and Sean Kemp and people like that, maybe that, or Jack Sikma, or Kevin Johnson, maybe, or some people like that.
Okay, again, brother, I'm going to meet these people when I make it out there.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Again, folks, all these people I'm about to come out and meet. Understand this. I want to help you because you help us. Okay? When we work together, things happen. I never ask a fellow nonprofit for money or a fellow ministry for money. But I'm never going to turn it down if you give it, okay? Get that straight.
Well, I think Lynn is the absolute perfect spokesman for your organization because, number one, a great basketball player, a veteran, and he's from your neighborhood. I mean, it's like God just handed me an angel and said, "There you are." I mean, this guy's got PDH written all over him, man. Seriously. I mean, he's your brother from another mother, but it's Kentucky, so you might be actually related. So.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So how close are you guys really? With where you guys live? How many miles apart are your towns?
We're about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm from the Virginia. I'm on the Virginia border, Tennessee, Virginia, Kentucky, Whitesburg, Pikeville, where Chris Stapleton's from. It's people like that.
I live Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky. So,
he's north of us. I'm the true hillbilly. Like I'm a hillbilly. I tell people that I'm an educated hillbilly. And it's true. I really am. I'll never forget. My wife used to tell me all the time. She would say, "Stop saying that about yourself." I go, "No, never. I'm so proud to be a hillbilly. I can't stand it." So yeah, that's my story with hillbilly thing.
They got the new hillbilly anthem all over TikTok called "Wobble Wobble." The redneck song, man, "Wobble Wobble," and I always was a big fan of the redneck comedy tour, with Bill Engvall and Larry the Cable Guy.
The blue collar comedy tour.
The blue collar comedy tour with the redneck, yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy. Those guys, yeah, they were great.
You're a redneck when you're a redneck when your chair has tape on it. When your office chair has tape.
Another guy, Bill Engel, he's from Tucson.
Yeah, Bill Engel was there.
Yep.
Jeff Foxworthy.
And the other guy that always played the drunk.
Yeah. Ron.
Ron. Yeah, Ron.
Ron White.
Ron White. Good job. Yeah, you guys. See, you guys know your hillbillies.
Oh yeah. Here's your sign. Yeah.
Yep.
They're fun guys.
You know you're a hillbilly when your address starts with NW. It has 27 numbers after it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You know you're a hillbilly when you realize that the way you travel through Earth is by water ski.
Yeah.
I'll own that.
I'll own that.
Where you can't wait for May because it's water ski season. Yeah, I get to put people on my shoulders.
Or you climb
And
a
do
mountain,
tricks.
have a lunch with Christ, and it's a bologna sandwich.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
James Zuley wants to get on. Sue, James wants to get on. Send him the Zoom.
I did
We're not
email
on
it to him.
Zoom. We're on Restream.
No, text it to him.
Text it. Coming up.
Yeah, look, folks, this is Mark's passion on hillbillies. I got news for you. Everybody's worried about the world ending. I'm not, man. My daddy taught me how to hunt, how to fish, how to skin coon and rabbit and deer, and I'm not worried about all the food. The trucks are going to stop running and everything's going to. I'm not worried about that. There are benefits to being a hillbilly.
What's that song with a country boy can survive?
Yeah, there you go.
That's my anthem.
There you go. It's.
I'm gonna circle us back around. I still am thinking about the golf outings that you put together. Have you been just doing that nearby where you live, or is this something that's been going farther beyond where you are?
No, just where I'm at right now, just in Arizona. But I have made some plans to start expanding that.
Okay.
Again, brother. Yeah, when I come out there, we really meet up and talk because I got a golf course not even a mile from our first facility.
Excellent.
Wow.
Yeah. The ability to lean on like beer reps, food reps, and make sure they put people in, by associating restaurants and bars in the area. And that's why I sell out pretty much all of them.
Again, brother, we have for restaurants Club 22. Mm-hmm. They put a little logo in their window, and we tell everybody to go eat there on the 22nd of the month.
Nice. Yeah.
That's the whole thing here. If we all work together, right?
That's it. People.
All right. Hey, we got a really good guy in the back right now.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and I think he still might be working on his camera, but let's see if we can go ahead and get a conversation going here. James Zuley is joining us, and I am super excited to have a chance to say hello on here. James, how are you doing? Oh,
we lost him.
He'll get there.
He'll be back.
It's not his first Zoom. He does RBL 1,000 times. There he is. There he is, the legend.
Again. Mark,
I still don't know what I'm doing. I see a blank screen. I'm looking at it. I don't see you guys.
Oh,
we see you.
We see you. You did good.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got you,
boy.
brother.
I'm in trouble now. Well, I can talk. Yeah,
Sue, Sue, do your
I
thing.
usually
And
go
should
to
let James introduce himself.
yeah,
Yeah,
I usually
James.
go to EasyWay Zoom, and that's it. I just see a screen. Eric sets me up. But anyway, okay, I'll pretend it's dark out. Uh,
Well, James, we're very glad you're here. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
yeah, I'm James Dooley, Eric Dooley's son. I pretty much go by Eric's dad. I don't have much of a name anymore, but I have been with Eric's Easy Way since it started, and Easy Way Broadcast, and he's helping get better vision for children out there. I don't know what I'm a veteran from the U.S. Army Military Police. I was involved back in 69, 70 era, and now I'm out in California, Mission Viejo, building the Better Vision for Children, bbccharity.org. And what it is, we bring awareness to a children's eyesight, but basically it's everybody today because of all the, all the wear and tear on the eyes, because we're either looking at a screen or a computer or laptop or something. It's a lot of stress. And for our kids, it's a lot of strain on the eyes. So every 1,000 that we've tested, about 30% have some kind of eye issue, amblyopia, myopia, golf, whatever it is. And after they're detected, we follow through and make sure they get care. They get care from an optometrist, ophthalmologist. And that's our part one vision. Our part two vision is a vision for their future that we had to get permission from the Attorney General for. And with that, I incorporate what I call my Hope Tour, and I can work with the foster kids. We not only do the testing, we follow through with mentoring. We'll take them to say a NASA lab, a science facility, or a medical facility. They could talk to nurses, doctors, and the list goes on. People like yourselves, people like Mark with the all the skills with the internet and so on and so forth. And it just opens their eyes to, other just hanging out with whoever. It broadens their horizons, and that's what we want to do. But we also teach them some life skills, like an etiquette class, maybe some sports. Like when they leave these facilities, they really don't have too much as far as the life skills or even sports a lot of times. So we'll show them racquetball, take them to a driving range, play golf, chess, whatever it is. But basically get a skill going, and then in the future we're going to follow through with possible grants so they can go to school. And it changes their life. And when they learn this, they can spread it to other kids. And we want to get this. It's like the starfish on the beach. We tested 12,000 children in the last year, this year, so far. And out of that 12,000, there's a lot of kids. You take 30% of 12,000, and that's just one town. That's just Hawthorne, California. Now go across the state, add up how many kids and some of these little kids that are like in kindergarten, first grade, they have not one, they have up to 3 or 4 issues in their eyes. They might have 4 different vision issues going on. And if it's not addressed, it can lead to blurred vision, and that could lead to an eye infection eventually and blindness, and then they have to remove the eye from the child. That's how serious it can get. And we're trying to prevent all that and get everybody tested. So that's what that's all about. And we appreciate meeting and talking with people like yourselves and getting the word out, because we want to get this to other states. Mark's working with the Arizona, and I just talked to Ebony up in Washington. She's anxious to, she's talked to a couple schools, and I mean, all the states, Texas, Florida, and we get it started. I'll be talking to some larger organizations and getting them involved with their large numbers, and just basically getting more cameras, getting more people certified to test, which is not hard. And I mean, you don't have to be an optometrist or an ophthalmologist to test. Just basic skills, on how to use the camera. And I did a lot of research on the top cameras used for this testing, vision testing. and some of the cameras are dated. So I researched the top camera out there, the company, and then out of that company, I picked the top camera, and that's what we're going to be using. So we get, all right, let me give you an idea. If you have 4 or 5 cameras, you can literally test 400 to 600 kids per day. And that's an amazing number, because with that, you can actually make a dent. But when you see how many kids there are, take that 6 cameras and multiply, say, even 100 or 1,000 cameras. Look at how many kids could be tested. I've been to schools and talked to the principals, and they said they never thought of doing eye testing. So you see where it's at. You get a child that's a good baseball player, all of a sudden he's not so good anymore because he's not catching the ball. Or somebody in class.
Oops.
It affects their studies and across the board. So that's where I'm at now, Better Vision for Children. And you guys, you already know about Eric and the Easy Way Network, and that's helping us get the word out there.
Well, brother, and I'm appreciative to Easy Way for helping to get our mission out there.
Hey, show them what you've done with the Easy Way logos and stuff like that, and what we're doing with the other logos. Brian supports us big time, James. He's always putting Easy Way logos out there on the Mark TV. But whatever I'm doing, he always supports us. I'm on the board of directors. There was a gentleman on here. His name was Lynn. Oh, did we lose him? I guess we lost him. But yeah, so there's, good news is they both made it.
Yeah, look, they made it. Great.
Yeah, and I'll tell you guys, it's very rare that I send that. It's very rare that I send out an invitation where they don't know. There he is. So and then James, Brian, I'm on the board of directors of Project Die Hard, and he's all about mental awareness. Brian's a 25-year medic, combat medic, and he's coming to Arizona. I'm hoping you are too. This event that's happening this March. Yeah, Antonio Davis, the head of the NBA alumni, is coming. The head of the NFL alumni is coming. The head of MLB alumni is coming. We got Ernest Cartwright, one of the biggest people in television, is coming. We got Thomas Long coming. We got Colonel Reed is coming. We got the Pickleball podcast people are coming. We got the Stinson brothers coming. We have there's a bunch of Easy Way people coming. Wendy's going to try to make it. Wendy Weber, she'll get to meet you for the first time. Yeah, you're going to be able to meet some amazing people for the first time, James.
Yeah, Ebony's supposed to try to come down there. I have.
You've known Ebony, you know Wendy for a long time.
Mark, do you know? All right, you would be the person I would ask for this, because you're kind of an answer person. Well, no, Mark goes back. He knows the movies. He goes back before his time even. Because I'm doing a rendition, Mark. I'm doing a rendition from a movie from 1957. I've always been a fan of a person, Louis Armstrong, who goes by Satchmo. I've been a Satchmo fan since about 1957.
Yeah, he had a great movie back in the. He had a black and white movie
with one of his movie music clips that he's done. And okay, Mark, I'm going to ask you this one. Do you remember a composer by the name of Andre Previn?
Of course. Yeah, he used to be real famous back then with the Sondheims and the people like that, even before Andrew Lloyd Webber and people like that.
Anybody?
That were writing the original musicals.
Oops. Did I lose you?
No, we hear you. So yeah, we got there's a black and white movie with Louis Armstrong where he's playing with the muffler and stuff like that, and he does this great rendition of What a Wonderful World.
Trying to see it. Yep. Having a little connection issue there. That's all right. I'm assuming he'll be. Oh, there we go.
He was on the Easy Way pitch party. He was asking people in their 30s if they knew Davy Crockett, and they're like, no.
Why is this working?
There we go. Yeah, we can see you. You're here.
You're back. I just invited Thomas Long too, in case he comes in the back room. Thomas is like, why am I not there? I go, I don't know. It's not my show.
He's had the link forever and a day.
He's always welcome in here.
Yeah, I know. He's coming to Arizona. Hello, James.
There we go.
All right. We can see you, Mr. Zully.
Can you hear us okay?
Yes, now.
I was so busy
I'm
today.
not
For the
kidding.
first time, I missed RBL Live with DC. I didn't the first time in like probably 6 months. I wasn't able to make comments on RBL Live today with Clint Eastman. I was on last week, but I was slammed today. I was so busy, and I went to this event that was at the. I went to the. I got to tell you guys. So I was in this trophy room, and there's this guy named Fast Eddie Standage, and he's in his 80s, and there's another guy named Knapp, and they met in first day in college at ASU, and they went on to become legends. And when I mean legends, they bought rings for the basketball team. They were the first people to have season tickets. They're absolute legends, and they made a lot of money. They're both extremely rich, and they do a lot of things. That do a lot of amazing things. Pretty incredible. And it's called the Trophy Room. And it's all this he said he'll try again. It's all this ASU alumni, and they just kept walking in, paying homage to Fast Eddie and Knapp, and they're both going to be there at the event. And these guys are loaded. So I'm going to introduce to Brian. These guys have money to burn. They're both extremely rich, like extremely rich. They made a ton of money in real estate. They were buying property, and they bought a property. They just told me in Casa Grande, Arizona, that they bought for $9,000, and then Lucid bought it for them for $90 an acre. They bought it for $90, and they sold it for $9,000 an acre to Lucid, the electric car company.
Mm-hmm.
So where they built their plant. So it's pretty impressive. So we're going to hit them up to fill that basket.
So, well, can you give us a little more detail, Mark, with the event that is coming up? What does the look like? How long?
Well, there's Saturday. There's Saturday's the meet and greet. I'll be all over. I'm going to be there because I got a lot of people coming in for the 7th and 11th. So we're all going to just meet at the Easy Way, Arizona, and meet there in Mesa. And we can spend time there. There's conference rooms, private rooms. There's lots of food. We'll be well taken care of. The gentleman, Casey, is ex-Navy. He's the veteran. He'll take real good care of us. He loves us. There's some heavy hitters coming in. We got veterans. We got dignitaries. We got Ernest Cartwright coming in. There's the NFL coming, MLB. It's right across the street from where the Cubs play spring training baseball. Antonio Davis is showing up. It's all about opiates and fentanyl. We're bringing in big heavy hitter doctors. Trump people are coming. There's a lot of people coming. It's a pretty big event. It's a major event.
Mark, the stats on fentanyl are through the roof. People have no idea. To just about everybody. If you're a relative.
Yeah, people are dying big time.
Unbelievable. I just saw some.
And
stats.
opiates too. Opiates and fentanyl. Because what happens?
Yeah.
Even Brett Favre was on that, and he was the one who got addicted to it. I mean, that's when he got the painkillers and stuff. So
yeah, Mark,
it's affecting everyone. Children, kids are taking it.
The screen went blank. Mark, do you remember?
Don't worry about it.
Do you remember a composer by the name of Andre Previn?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, of course.
Does anybody else on this Zoom recognize that name, Andre Previn?
They might not be old enough.
Can't say that I do.
You do? Okay.
No, I don't.
Because it's way back. So anyway, I'm having Andre's daughter come. She's the violinist. She's going to see if she can come down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's been a good friend for a long time.
Is she from this area?
Maybe bring her violin, I hope. What was that?
Is she from this area?
I don't know how close she is to you, but she's out in Arizona. I told her about you, so she's going to see if she can come down. But she used to play.
James, there's a gentleman right now in the room. His name is Lynn Taylor, and you want to know him. Lynn, I'll tell you about Lynn. Lynn played basketball for Kentucky and also for Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers, and he was best friends with Kyle Macy and Rex Chapman, Mr. Kentucky, and then he went on to be an Army Ranger, a 20-year EOD for the Army.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Right. So that's Lynn Taylor. So I met him recently at this event. And by the way, he's from Kentucky. He lives a couple hours from Bryan. So It's a perfect match. So there's another person in the veteran Army. So there's 3 Army and 1 Navy in this room. So 1/3, well, at least 1/4 of the room is great. The rest, eh.
Tom,
Hey now.
the guy, yeah. You know, it's amazing.
1 Navy, 3 Army, and I 1 Navy, 3 Army, and I still have more brain cells.
Yeah, we used to have breakfast and lunch for some of the World War II guys. There's 36 of them now. There's like 3 left.
Oh
20
God!
left.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you do the math. They were like 20 years old in 1940. So you know they're all
Well,
100 years old now.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think the last Navajo cold talker just passed away, and he was like 100.
Yeah. Yeah. They couldn't break that code. You know. So it's funny you bring that up. That's another section I'm going to be working with the vision testing, because we're working with schools now. But I want to work with the Indian reservations. I've always had a heart for the Indians and the foster kids. So the foster kids, the Indians, but there's another group that I learned about, and it's called the skid kids. And they're kids that live in Los Angeles in the streets with their parents. They live in buses or cars or, you know, whatever. And they try to keep track of these kids. And we're gonna have a screening for them and try to get a situation where we would, you know, parents with families that are in the streets, if we get them located somewhere.
Well, again, James, this is why I'm the only organization I know willing to bring a veteran with their family into a year-long residence program.
Oh, that's great.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because of a veteran that called me from California with him, his wife, and 3 kids living in a minivan.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? But this is why, brother, I need all the help to get this mission out there.
Tell me about it. Yeah, it's like pulling a huge cart by yourself. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
No.
I'm going to invite you, Lynn. I'm going to invite you, Lynn, to it's called Easy Way Pitch Party, and James and his son have been running it for years. And I'm going to introduce you to Eric Zulli, and then that's James's dad, and it's part of it's part of my life, and we all and we have it, and that's what he's talking about. So he does a lot of work with his son, and he's going to come to Arizona, so you're going to get to meet him. So he was an MP in the Army too.
Yeah.
He's having a hard time with the camera, but yeah, James is a very young, 70 years old, and he's a 2-time cancer survivor. So God bless him.
Yeah, I racked up about 1,350 hours of chemo, but I looked at the chemo as like a vitamin, so I never got sick from the chemo. You got to keep it all positive. If you get cancer or heart condition, diabetes, it's very important to keep it positive. Otherwise, it makes it worse on your system, you know? And I just read all this chemo. They're telling me how bad it was going to be. I told them, I'm not getting that bad chemo. I'm getting a healthy chemo. Mine's going to be like a vitamin. And, you know, it seemed to have worked. But the attitude is very important, you know. But yeah, Mark, I'm looking forward to coming out there. And
I'm excited, brother. You're going to meet some. You're going to meet some. You're going to meet some really, really, really good people that are believe in the cause, have the right mindset.
yeah.
You know, there's some serious people. You get to meet Thomas for the first time. You get to meet Wendy. You get to meet all these people that I brought in, the CARES Foundation with the Myron Gunnels, and now we have Karen Crawford bringing her people in. I got Steve DeBell, who's a 30-year contractor, 40-year contractor. Got the best cameraman in the world coming, Steve Wargo. I got some serious people coming, and then this guy, the guy that's also he's coming. The 2 ASU legends, they're both coming to bring to this event. So they'll bring some serious people, like big time people, like really big, like all the. And then I just met a gentleman today. His name is Jeff Ayres, Ayres. He played for San Antonio in 2014. Won a championship with them, and 6'10", and then went on to play a lot of basketball overseas. And it was a struggle. It was a struggle. After he left the NBA, there's a difference between NBA basketball and every other basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. Things sometimes don't go the way they plan, you know.
No.
Yeah, and especially with the finances, they should all have financial advisors with them.
He has no idea. He had no idea what to do with his money.
No, they all lose their money. Uh, I could go on for story. They had people that had entourages, and there were like 10 people at a table. They were basketball stars, football stars, baseball stars, big homes, and they had one thing in common. They're all broke because they invested in things they didn't know. Like they invested in a car wash or a restaurant. They don't know about that business, and they lose their money. You know?
Well, people take advantage of him.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
They're
Oh.
firing the coach at ASU, and there's rumors it's going to be Byron Scott.
Oh, cool. Yep,
Well, I know we've got Len back in the room with us again here. I see we've got to let Brian go. He's getting a call that's going to be hopping off here from at the moment. So, Brian, thank you. We got about 10 minutes to go yet, but
so Brian, I'll be in touch with you because I missed your texts and everything. So I'll be meeting you down in Arizona, and then we'll take it from there.
Roger that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So, well, Len, I wanted to give you a chance to share a little bit more about what you're doing with James. And I see we got Kurt joining us as well, so I'm going to bring Kurt in. But Len, can you fill James in on what it is that you all have been doing?
Well, we've been mainly the thing I've been doing is trying to help train some of the veterans to help them gain employment. We've also been looking at housing possibilities. And then, of course, there's pickleball, nonstop pickleball, which is right now my favorite sport.
Yeah, I think that's good that they invented that game because some people couldn't keep up with tennis, but now they can get out in the court and work out a little bit. That's good. And I'm thinking of bringing my camera, Mark, if you want. Not the picture camera, the camera for the eyes.
That seems like a great idea. I would imagine that could be a perfect fit because there's going to be so much going on at that event. And Kurt's coming on in the room as well. I'm going to give him a chance to come in and say hello. Kurt, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Good to see Mark, James, Len on here. Good to see Brian was on up until moments ago, and that we've got this dialogue going here, collaborating and partnering and joining together in this crusade to save the lives of veterans by spreading hope to veterans. And that's what we're expecting is hearing about pickleball and better vision for children and, these events on our calendar and, working to get veterans employed, all of the things. That's what this takes, all this collaboration and, making it all hands on deck initiative and asking everybody, how can you help a veteran today?
One of the biggest ways I think you can help these veterans is giving them one word other than faith, and that's purpose. When they have a purpose, when they're getting up in the morning knowing, you know what, I'm going to be helping these other veterans, I'm going to be doing this, working with Mark, whatever. That's a real supercharger for the brain. That it gives them purpose. It gives them a reason to keep going. Some of them just become complacent, and that's not good.
That's something we do as military. And when I was in my darkest space, I was looking for a mission, whether that mission be working or helping or just caring. I have to have a mission. And it's funny, people think I'm OCD because when I do something I enjoy, I do it and try to be perfect at it. But it's because we miss that mission, and I wanted to tell you guys something. There, I had a close friend that I worked with that recently took his own life.
Oh.
And his name was Rene Venezuela. Everybody called him Butch. He was a powder coater, welder, a really good guy. But again, his family turned against him. He was incarcerated for a while, and he was on 24-hour suicide watch. He took a rope from an extension cord and hung himself.
Oh.
To me, that's that's people dropping the ball. And
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
something we have to stop.
That's the same scenario with these foster kids. These people are in it for the money. I've seen a lot of them. It's not to help these kids. And when they're 18, they just put them out in the street with a bag, and that's it. So we're going to try to give them some purpose and keep them busy doing stuff.
Yep, that's exactly what we need to do.
Well, we're going to incorporate these veterans with the foster kids. That'd be a perfect match, right? Get them out playing some whatever you want to, soccer or baseball or pickleball, and
Yeah.
get them to know each other, and so the veterans can reach out to them, and the kids can inspire the veterans. We learn a lot from our kids today. Sometimes the kids know more than we do, especially when it comes to computers, right?
Right.
But we're in a new age, guys. This AI technology that's going on, and AI's been around for a while. We know that, all the computer stuff, but it's kind of come out of its box now. It's a whole, with this Glock 4 advanced AI and all that. It's a whole new field. It's getting involved in banking and market trading, and I mean, you could literally make a movie now without. You ever watch a movie and at the end of the movie you see this long list of names, hundreds of names that were involved in making the movie? You've seen that. You can eliminate 90% of those names now. You don't need them.
Yeah.
Sitting next to this guy, and he programs in. He says, "Let's do a drama comedy." So he enters it in, drama comedy, and the kind of actors they're looking for. A city, Chicago, wherever, or an island, could be any place. And AI will put together an entire movie scenario story, and no nothing. It just made. Now I see why when Hollywood was on a strike, they managed to work out all the issues they had except one. And they couldn't work out the issue of AI. I'm telling you, why would they worry about AI? I mean, you can never make a person. They're always going to look like an avatar. It's not true. You can't tell the difference anymore. I mean, they had a dozen people and hundreds of people watching, and nobody could tell who was AI or not. And it's getting even better, and so when you're making movies and creating, I mean, there's stars now that don't exist that have followers. How do you figure that? They just like the person, and it's an AI person. So where is that going? And that's today. What's it going to be like in another year from now?
It's amazing where things are all going. Well, I know, and we're coming up on the end of our time together here. Time flies when we're all on here with our Project Die Hard Mission Monday update. One thing that we always do at the end of each Mission Monday update episode here is to just go around the room and each of us just take a moment to share our message, our word of hope for veterans. And I know I've been hearing it all throughout the conversation already, but actually, Kurt, if I can start with you, if you want to go ahead and begin, and then I'll just place that. I'm going to go around the room sharing. Each of you can share a word of hope for our vets. Kurt, over to you.
All right, thank you, Sue. So the key here is interaction and establishment, and really hoping that you're sensing this, connection for you. This, opening up the door to hear Project Die Hard with this mantra that you as a veteran belong here. And however in the world you get the energy and the response and the purpose and the intention and the ideas, for the role you have, the importance that you truly are to us. You are out there as an important part of the future of this whole issue. And we're here at Project Die Hard to say, if volunteering here would be something that would be fruitful for you, we're here that way. If you just want to communicate with us and have someone to outreach to, we're here. My phone number is 262-372-1754. Call and text me. Email me, Kurt. So again, it's Kurt, K-U-R-T, Kurt at projectdiehard.org. And we have a lineup here of, events going on month by month. We have our Die Hard Drive this Saturday. I've been in communications with our gardening grandma now, and we have a wellness cooperative that we're in discussions with. I do work on your behalf out at Spirit of the Game Foundation. There's a lot of things to look into here, and we're here to help you all along the way, giving you that personal touch. Consider us your friends here at Project Die Hard, and we're building up networks where we're learning every day about more and more people like James and Len, and this response for me is coming in droves. And who am I? I'm a non-veteran. I'm a dude in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I just hear how, we're losing veterans, at massive levels year in and year out. 8,000 veterans a year recognized by, the VA, because it's a hanging or it's a shooting, that where we lose our veterans. And then there's 8,000 that aren't reported because it's some other form of suicide that's not recognized by the VA. So you're part of a big picture here. Just like when you're in response in action, there are brothers and sisters counting on you, and just for yourself, what you can do, building the days for yourself. And but what I'd ask is follow the excitement here at Project Die Hard, day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out. And, we know from what's being offered on the table that when we get into the middle of July, we here at Project Die Hard are going to be at the dawn of a new day to the whole field of this all. And I don't even know what it'll all be, but I know it's getting hints of being very exciting. And we need you here to experience and benefit from it all with us and to contribute to it, please. Back to you, Sue.
Excellent. Thank you, Kurt. Len, I'm going to send it over to you next. Your word of hope for our veterans.
Well, no matter how bad you think it is, it can get worse. And I want you to know that you're important because you said yes. At one point in your life, you said yes. And I'm going to tell you something that an old man told me one time that made me think. It has nothing to do with what you're doing for yourself. It's what you're doing for your other buddy, your other pal, your other troop. So all the darkness in the world can't put out the light of one small door. If you remember that, and you help your brother, and we're all brothers, you've got a purpose again. So don't ever take the easy way. We never have, and we never will.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Len. Really appreciate you being here and look forward to our continued conversations.
Absolutely.
And James, I'm going to pass it over to you next for your word of hope for our veterans.
Believe it or not, guys, your challenges are blessings. And you're going to go, what? Well, now you could be an inspiration to others because you've been through your challenges and people are going to see, well, who's this guy talking? They could see what you've been through, and now you turn it around and you show them that you face your challenges, and now they could face theirs and become an inspiration to somebody else. You're all leaving a legacy. Remember, God chastises those he loves, and he loves all you guys. And you put yourself out there as a veteran. So be leave an inspiration, be a legacy, or, leave a legacy for your other veterans and show by example. There you go. And thank you for having me on your show.
Awesome. Truly appreciate you guys all joining us here tonight. And as just a final word, you're here for a reason. God's not done with you yet. glad to have you part of the mission and join in. What can we do to help you be part of what's happening here? What can we do to help you? My email address as well, susan@projectdiehard.org. Reach out. Let's see what we can do to keep it growing.
Yeah.
Well,
I love
we're all
it.
here
Thank you,
with
guys.
Project Die Hard. Oh, and actually I'm seeing some notes popping in here. Excellent. So we do have folks watching and supporting. Thank you all so much. As always,